Mr. Angus.
Well, thank you, Madam Chair. Honored to be here, and I'm hoping that you and your family stay safe at this time. COVID has shaken up Canada's middle class. So my question is for the Minister of Middle Class Prosperity. This morning I spoke with a woman, a businesswoman. She runs her own business, a travel agency, but because of COVID, she has been wiped out. She's on CERB and it's ticking down and there's no work to go back to. So in 4 weeks, she hits the economic wall. Will the minister fight for an extension of CERB so this woman can stay in the middle class?
Honourable Minister. The Honourable Minister. The Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, we know how worried Canadians are as they see their final 4-week period of CERB approaching, and we're working very hard to ensure that as we move forward, CERB continues to serve an important purpose as we move into economic recovery. I'll note when we created the CERB, there was a different purpose in mind. We were asking people to stay home. Now we're asking people to go back to work if it's safe for them to do so. We're going to make sure that the wage subsidy and the CERB complement each other, and in fact the measures in today's legislation will help us get the flexibility to be able to do just that. Thank you.
And we did give you a little more time. Mr. Angus.
Well, thank you for that. What I've seen with their legislation today is they're talking about jailing people. I mean, whenever we need a minister of middle class prosperity in a time of middle class disparity, and she's talking about middle class criminality. So let's talk about this again, about people going back to work. I spoke with a 51-year-old bartender. He's a professional. This is his job. There is no job to go back to. So will the minister assure us that this man will be able to stay in the middle class because CERB will still be there in July? Yes or no?
The Honourable Minister.
Monsieur le Président.
Madam Chair, as you know, we've been working since the beginning to help Canadians throughout this crisis. We've put forward programs to help them, and we're going to continue to support families throughout this crisis and after the crisis as well.
Mr. Angus, very, very short comment question.
Well, the issue here is that when COVID hit, millions of Canadians were living in such precarious working conditions. They didn't even have enough money to pay their rent. That's a damning indictment. And in 4 weeks, those Canadians are going to hit the economic wall again. So what I need to know from the minister and what Canadians need to know is, will she commit, yes or no, that CERB will be there for those who have no work to go back to?
The Honourable Minister, very short answer.
Merci encore.
Thank you once again. Chair, as you know, since the beginning of this crisis, we've helped families with the child benefit. We established the CERB, and we're going to continue to find ways to support Canadian families through this crisis.